What's going on, everybody? My name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be discussing an episode of Chicago Bulls Weekly, where we discuss the previous week for the Bulls, as short as it was, and discuss the upcoming week ahead. Normally, because the Bulls have sucked recently, I haven't given out awards as well for these Bulls Weekly, but since both games in which we did lose sadly were so close and really tight in terms of we could have won the game, we had opportunities to win most of those games and we just let it slip away. I do feel like the Bulls have earned the right to get an award this week, some of them at least, and I want to discuss that and discuss what's to come in this video. But before we get any further, if you liked the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new, and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about these Chicago Bulls, their previous week and upcoming week ahead. We had two games to look forward to in the previous week as the All-Star, the second, I guess the post-All-Star break, the post-All-Star run begins. I don't really know how to say it. And we went 0-2. So, again, another week where we lose continuously. I think we're on a 4-game losing streak, if I'm not mistaken. So, that is never a nice feeling to kind of go through. But, yeah, at the end of the day, I at least have some respect to the Bulls' effort. And that's all I could really say on the situation. We're actually on we're on a 6-game losing streak. Wow. Anyway, time flies, really. We played against the New York Knicks. So I'm just trying to find the schedule here. But yeah, we played against the New York Knicks and we lost this game 113-111 in the fourth quarter. We had chances to win. We sent it to overtime. In overtime, the Knicks ran away with it and we kind of kept it close. But again, with the opportunity to kind of put the game to bed, we just didn't get the job done in the end. You can blame anybody you like, but again, I give respect to the effort of this Chicago Bulls team. We brought it tooth and nail to, I think, one of the better teams in the Eastern Conference in the New York Knicks. I think the Knicks are the second or third best team in the Eastern Conference. Even if the record doesn't show that, I don't even know their record, but that's how I feel. And by the end of the season, I think they're going to make the Eastern Conference Finals. That's what I think the New York Knicks are going to do this season, right? So to do that and to fight with them in that type of game, in a game where the Bulls didn't stand a chance for a lot of people, the Bulls, we thought we were going to get blown out again. The Knicks, are that type of team, they're going to wear you down to the point where they're going to smack you up. But the Bulls fought defensively, offensively. It was definitely a game to be proud of, even in the loss. So I can't blame the Bulls for a loss like that. I'm just quite happy that we fought in this one. And then obviously we did something very similar against the Phoenix Suns. We lost this game 121-117, but another chance for the Bulls to really fight in this game, and they did so. Again, this one was in our home turf, which you have to fight at home. You need to make home a place where opponents come to fear you in many ways. Opponents need to come in and be scared of that home court advantage. And although we didn't win the game, I think we had a good accounting of ourselves. And the way to know that is just how players talk about your team at the end of a game. Kevin Durant came out and gave massive praise to Matas Buzelis and saying that he is the one for the Chicago Bulls, essentially. He has high expectations, just like everybody else. And although that doesn't necessarily mean everything was positive about the Chicago Bulls, when you get someone like Kevin Durant talking so highly about our rookie, ladies and gentlemen, again, those are the glimmers of hope that I'm looking for. I respect Kevin Durant and his opinion, and I respect Matas Buzelis, obviously, because he's a Chicago Bulls player, and he's going to be, in my opinion, a really good player for us. So I do have those expectations, and I do have those glimmers of hope, and even if Kevin Durant didn't say anything, a loss like that, where we fought as hard as we did, is the type of loss that will bring me hope in the end. It's those 40-point blowouts that just make me not even want to watch the Bulls, make me not even want to question the Bulls and everything. So let's hope we don't see any more of those in the upcoming games. It's going to be a very important week for the Bulls, in my opinion, because 2 games is a small sample size of the type of fight that we are showing. We need to see, even if we lose the next 5, if they're close, that's the type of thing that I'm looking for right now. So that being said, let's give the awards, because I think these players deserve it. The awards go as follows: Must Improve, Defensive Player of the Week, Sixth Man of the Week, and Player of the Week. 4 awards to give out, ladies and gentlemen, but I am going to skip the Must Improve. The reason why is this team did fight well in losses. And at the end of the day, there are certain players that didn't play well in one game that played well in the other. I'll give you an example. Zach Collins did not play well against the New York Knicks, but he comes out and responds well against the Phoenix Suns. And it's the same with Lonzo, for example. Lonzo didn't have the greatest of games against the Phoenix Suns, but he played well against the Knicks. So it's kind of hard to gauge a must-have-proven in that way, but I will skip it. The Bulls fought well. We played well in both of those games. We just ended up losing them. We can move on without a must-improve. My defensive player of the week, this one might be a bit controversial because the Bulls really put an effort in defensively, so a lot of guys could deserve this award. Guys like Ayo, guys like Matas Buzelis. I even think guys like Josh Giddey played well defensively this week. Genuinely. He didn't look out of place. He didn't get beat after every single dribble penetration like we normally see. So it's an interesting week defensively, but I still feel like Lonzo Ball is going to be the obvious and the easy choice to give it to. Because defensively, his effort is contagious. And I think when you put him in the lineup, everybody else steps it up defensively. It's almost like they have no choice. If they see someone like Lonzo putting in a shift defensively, it makes them feel obligated to do the same. And when no one plays defense on the team, if Lonzo gets taken out and the defensive intensity drops, then the obligation goes away. That's at least how the players might feel mentally, even if they don't say it out loud. So Lonzo is a big part of our defense. There's no denying that. He is our best defender, even with, I guess, the return being this season. He has been our best defender all season. So I'm very, very happy with what he's able to produce. I don't think he's going to be a defensive player of the year candidate or anything like that, or an all-NBA defensive lineup, because of the minute restrictions he had at the beginning of the season. But there is no doubt he still has it defensively. And the more minutes he could get, the more freedom he could feel like he can play with, the more confidence he gets in his body, man, defensively, I'm going to be so happy to see Lonzo Ball really, really, really go after it next season for the Bulls. I'm looking forward to it, especially if he's going to be starting, because that's where a lot of those awards can be given if he's going to start those type of games. Moving on, Sixth Man of the Week, I'm going to give it to Julian Phillips, ladies and gentlemen. A good game against the Suns, a really good game against the Knicks. I know there was a little bit of controversy about closing games and who should close games, but between Matas Buzelis and Julian Phillips, I think Billy Donovan picked Julian Phillips to close out one game, and he kind of explained it and whatnot. I don't really care at the end of the day. Matas Buzelis should be closing out games, that's how I feel, but I've always been the person to say, go with the hot hand. And if that was Julian Phillips on the night, I'm not going to sit here and bash that. Maybe both of them should have closed out the game. That's my kind of answer to that situation. But yeah, I'm very, very happy with what Julian Phillips was able to provide. Good defensively, I would say as well. Again, knocking down the three. Nice to see. Very athletic. Does a little bit of everything for you. I'm happy with Julian Phillips. And my player of the week is very simple and easy. It's Josh Giddey. He's taken a big step since the Zach LaVine trade. Everybody has said it, but you don't even need to say it. You just need to watch it. Watch it. He is making a difference on the game. His three-point shots is falling. He's impacting game playmaking-wise. He's putting a shift in on the boards. It's like everything's coming together. Now, again, this could be just one of those runs you can't explain, or this could be what Josh Giddey is going to aspire to for the rest of the season. I honestly couldn't tell you. But let's hope we see more of it. That's all I can say. So, what's to come? Our first game is against the Philadelphia 76ers, away from home. Once again, a very big game for the Bulls, in the sense of we are still 10th, and Philly have fallen to 12th. So, you know, if we're trying to tank, this is the game you lose. But at the end of the day, if you still feel like you can make that 10th seed, and you want to make the play-in tournament, there's no better place to start than beating Philadelphia. Then we got a game against the Clippers at home. I don't think we played well against the Clippers last time, if I'm not mistaken. Did we? I can't remember. We did play them before. I don't know the outcome. I don't remember it. But, again, the Clippers, at their best, is a dangerous team. So we've got to be mindful of that, and we've got to be prepared. The next game after that, and our final game, is against the Raptors. I think we're going to go 1-2 this week. I think we're going to find our win eventually. But we'll probably fall to a negative week once more. We'll see. Thank you for watching. Thanks for the Bulls Weekly. See you tomorrow. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care, and peace.